What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Brunch with DeSB. Oh my God, I've missed you so much. Okay, you guys wouldn't believe too. I just started talking to my mic and I was like talking for probably at least 30 seconds and I realized I didn't even push record. Thank God, like I realized it, right? So my point is I am literally so excited to be back with you guys. I haven't really overshared in like 2 weeks. We ended up missing last week's episode. I was out of town. I went to Miami with Alani, which we'll be covering here in a second. And I didn't get around to recording. And if there's one thing I've kind of learned about this podcast, you and I, our relationship, and kind of where I'm at right now with the podcast is like, if I can't make something happen, with all due respect, like I'm done stressing out about it. You know what I mean? Like I'm done worrying about it. I'm done like putting these false expectations on myself. Like at the end of the day, I started this podcast almost 5 years ago because it's been fun and it always has been. And I want to keep it that way. So I'm pumped to be back with you guys. Wow. We have so much to cover. We will not be going throughout the span of the past 2 weeks. However, we had the season finale of Severance last night. By the way, it's Friday when I'm recording. And if you guys have never watched Severance, like you're not going to care. However, like guys, I'm mentally so fucked from this season finale. Like it was a horror movie. It was an hour and a half of horror. And again, we'll get to that and we'll talk about it. But I wanted to recap my trip with Alani. And I have a Hawaiian shaved ice here. I'm so excited. I'm wearing my shapeshifter bodysuit from Buff Bunny Collection. This is in the color Hard Candy. And I'm actually wearing a new piece from Petula, which I can't tell you guys about yet, but I will say it's on. And let me tell you, it's on. Like it's on like Donkey Kong. Okay. So that's it's a day. And I got back from the Alani trip on Tuesday. We had such a fun time. We got to shoot a campaign, which again, I can't really give you guys details yet. It's coming soon. I'll tell you all that. It was a very quick turnaround type of trip. And we actually shot with this celebrity photographer, guys. His name was Kevin. He was so cool. We shot with him and he has shot Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, Billie Eilish. He works a lot with Paris Hilton and, which I know, by the way, I know I already said her name. I was just referencing that. Quite a few other celebrities, red carpets. Like he's low-key like the guy, right? Like he is like one of those guys. And we got to shoot with him, which was just really cool to say that we did. And I had so much fun. There was 8 of us girls total. 2 of the girls who I've like had known before. And then I met a ton of new girls. And it was just a blast. We had a really fun time. It was a good time for me to like kind of get away too. And also just kind of see like what's up with Alani and like what's next. And it's just so exciting to see this huge acquisition from Celsius because Alani is still Alani, right? Like it will not be changed. I know so many people are up in arms about like the formulas and stuff. Guys, like Celsius bought Alani because Alani hums. Okay, they're not going to come fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited. And it was cool to be a part of it. We went on a yacht one day, like a little baby. I say baby yacht, no matter what. Like, bitch, a yacht's a yacht. A boat's a boat, okay? And we were able to just like sing and dance around on this boat. And we were listening to music and all of us were just vibing. And it was such a blast. And I just loved it. I loved every second of it. We had great sushi, great conversation. I met some people, too, some other influencers, one named Carly, one named Nikki specifically, and they were both from Ohio. And it was really fun to like connect with them over that. And like, oddly enough, like literally 20 minutes from each other, like all of us, which was crazy. And they were old, like I say older, but like they were in their 30s, mid to late 30s. I'm about to be in my 30s, guys. Like it was just really fun. I didn't feel like washed up. However, there were some college girls there, loved them to death, like such sweethearts, but it was just crazy to see like, wow, like that's not me anymore. You know, like, wow. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy, you know? And here I am. It was just beautiful to see all sides of the spectrum of like these young, like influencers, so to speak, right? Just like living out this dream. And then seeing us as like these older women still living out the dream, but it just looks so different. And it was really cool. I had such a blast and it was a good little like reset before my trip, which I'm super stoked to go on, guys. I've talked about Bahamas, I think every week, but like, just know I'm so excited. I'm so excited for my birthday. I am like a birthday girl. Like, I don't know. You'll have to tell me, like, are you a birthday girl? Some people don't really care about their birthdays. I'm kind of indifferent. Like, I feel like every birthday I do get excited about, but I will say, like, I feel like the past 2 birthdays were really hard for me. Like, turning 28 was tough. Again, I don't really know why. I think that was like really the first year I saw myself like age. Like, I was like, wow, like I I look older. And then 29 was hard because I was literally so pregnant. I was probably 30 weeks pregnant, I think, by that time. And maybe a little bit lower, no, I was probably about 30 weeks. And I just remember being like, I don't know, you just don't feel your best. You don't feel the cutest. I felt we were moving into our new house. Like, I just felt so unsettled, and it just wasn't super fun. Like, I don't know how else to say it other than, like, with all due respect, like, I didn't have fun, And so I'm really excited to just celebrate this year, celebrate turning 30, and like do it with this big hoorah that I've coincidentally been working 10 years to enjoy. You know what I mean? And just celebrating like the fucking 20s. Like, let's fucking go. Okay. So I'm so stoked. By the way, like, little weight loss update. I told you guys I wanted to be, I think I said like 143. Last time I weighed myself, I was 146. So I'm about 3 pounds away from my goal weight. I do not know if I will make it there. And like I've told you guys before, like, it wasn't about my goal weight of, 143 that was like ride or die. It was just the idea of like how I wanted to look and feel. And I am pretty damn close to how I want to look and feel. I've got my period back sooner than I ever have, which to me shows me I have an adequate amount of body fat on me. I've been really, really thin before. And as much as I look at that body and I can respect it and go, damn, like, I can't believe I looked like that. I can't say that's necessarily what I'm like striving for anymore, but I'm also trying to find this new confidence in what my body currently looks like. Because I've equated myself with this certain look to show how, quote, fit I am for so long. And now that I look a little bit different, I feel like I don't want to feel, I should say, like I have to prove my worth of like, I promise I'm fit. It's like, you guys know that, So anyways, that's the vibe. Miami, like I said, was fun. I met Jen Tran actually, and I had to just tell you guys a story. I went out to sushi by myself. Okay. I got in on a Thursday. No one was in yet. So I went to this little like outdoor mall, and I was just like walking around, right? And I wanted to go to this place for sushi. And so I went up to this top floor. It was like a cool like indoor outdoor mall. I don't know how to explain it. It was awesome. And I went up to the top, and all of a sudden this like little short girl is in front of me, like literally so short. Okay. And I was like, okay, I immediately recognized her voice. And I was like, oh my God, that's fucking Jen Tran from The Bachelor. So I texted my friend immediately. I was like, oh my fucking God, Jen Tran's in front of me. Do I say hi? Like, oh my God, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be weird, And so she was with her mom, and they were just like getting lunch, and I didn't want to like disturb. But I know for me, like whenever people are like, oh, I saw you, I wish I would have said hi. I'm like, I wish you would have too. Like, it's such a special feeling for someone to go out of their way to be like, hi, like I know you, and that is so cool. So I was like, I know she would like that because it's a special feeling, right? And I'm not like trying to bother her. So anyways, I sit down for a second, and I'm texting my friend. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get some liquid courage. I ordered a Diet Coke with grenadine, my favorite. It's like a cherry Coke, right? So I take a sip. I go over there, I'm like, hi, like I'm Des. She is so kind. So kind. She immediately this is something that is small, but I really respect it, is that she got out of her chair to get up and talk to me. And I just thought that was so kind, because have you ever met someone where like, you're like, hi, I'm blank, and they stay sitting and you're almost like speaking down to them, and it's a really awkward exchange. But she got out of her chair right away, and she was like, hi, like I'm Jen, whatever. Like we talked, and she was like, this is my mom, which I also thought was like just so kind. Cause again, some people like, they just don't have social interaction ability, and it was weird. So anyways, she was like in her scrubs. She's still finishing PA school. Like I just respect the fuck out of that. And it was so sweet. And I will be honest, I was like, are you still seeing Sasha? And she was like, yeah, we're still hanging out. I just thought that was so kind. Like I wasn't trying to be weird, but like huge fan of them. And so, yeah, she was so sweet. She was so cute in real life. Like she literally looks the same as she would on TV, and I respect that. And I love that for her. Women in STEM, not really. She's obviously like a physician's assistant, but whenever I hear like badass women, I always just want to say women in STEM. I don't know. Regardless, it was really fun meeting her, and I got a photo with her. And then I went to sit back down. Guys, no, like literally she was like, I need to get something to drink. I said, oh my God, do a Diet Coke and grenadine. Like people never put grenadine in their drinks. If there's a full service bar with where you're drinking, like get a Diet Coke with grenadine. I swear to God. So I told her to do that. Anyway, I go back to my chair by myself, And I proceed to spill my whole Diet Coke all over me, all over my brand new outfit I just put on for the first time, all over my brand new all white Hoka Cliftons that I have worn for the first day today. I've worn them for maybe 7 hours total, all over. And it has grenadine in it, which is fucking red juice, right? Like red syrup all over me. Guys, I wanted to cry. Like I did start tearing up, honestly. Like I was so embarrassed. I was in full line of sight of her across the restaurant. Like, oh my God. And then literally the restaurant, like servers came over to me, the waiters, and they were like, oh my gosh, let me get you a napkin. Guys, they brought me like four by four napkins. That was it. Like 4 inches by 4 inches. They didn't even like sweep under my chair. The other girl comes up, she's like, so would you like to order? I'm like, do you see what just happened? Like she did, what? It was bad service. I was like, yo, I'm about to Yelp this place. Not really, but anyways, that was a really fun part of my trip as well. So few different notes that I have. The first one on my list here is, I laugh because I just wrote this out. Like sometimes I write down like my thoughts in my head. Apologies to Millie Bobby Brown. So the last episode I uploaded, we talked about Millie Bobby Brown and like her current look, her like 90s aesthetic for Electric Slate and stuff like that. I have yet to watch Electric Slate. Like I am a huge fan of Chris Pratt and I love Millie Bobby Brown. I genuinely do. And so I haven't watched it yet. I'm excited to. Now in Electric Slate, I will say Millie Bobby Brown, her hair is blonde, but it's blonde all the way from the root. Like she's like a true, just like bleach blonde. Okay. When we are seeing her currently, she has this like brown root. And that's what I just don't really like on her. However, let me hit it back. Because if there's one thing I'm always going to do, and I tell you guys this over and over, I will admit when I'm wrong. I will admit my faults. I will admit when my mind has changed. I will admit when I am presented new information that makes me think a different way. All right. So I watched Millie Bobby Brown's interview on Call Her Daddy. And I immediately felt so bad for shit talking her. Okay. Like, and I wasn't like shit talking her, just her hair and her look right now. Number one, I completely understand the aesthetic that she is really buying into with presenting and being a part of this movie. Okay. I can respect that. And I should have respected that more. Number one. Number two, when I saw her on Call Her Daddy, she was so cute, so fun, so down to earth. And it seemed so extremely genuine. Like it wasn't someone on there trying to like save face, have this like fake persona, whatever. Like you could tell like it was her. The whole interview was fucking gold. Like if you guys have not watched that interview, I don't listen to Call Her Daddy weekly. Like it's not my vibe. But if there's a certain like celebrity on there, I like to listen here and there, right? Depending on who it is. I'm so glad I listened to this interview. It was so fun. Cool tidbits of like her and her husband, Jake, their wedding, and just about her and how she grew up and her thoughts around money. And did you know she lives on like a fucking farm? Her parents never wanted her to move to LA. They wanted to protect her as like, you know, a child actor and stuff. And again, I love that. And so she lives on this big farm and it was so cool to hear her story. So I just wanted to apologize to Millie Bobby Brown. If you're listening, probably not. I did not mean to partake in the bullying of your hair. Although I did. I 100% did. It's just not my favorite look. Okay, it's not my favorite look, Connie. But I will say, like, I still love you, and I always have. This wasn't about you. This was just purely only about your hair. I love you so much. You rock it. Slay. I just had to put that out there because I really was eating my fucking words while I was watching that interview. I was like, man, I fucking love her so much. Next, oh my God, I had this revelation this week. Was I on TikTok or something? And I came across, for some reason, the lore of BDawn. Do you guys remember BDawn? BDawn Fitness. She was a huge influencer when I was first starting out in 2016, 2017, 18. I would even say 19. Huge influencer, lean as fuck, short, cunty blonde hair, and just a real specific look. I don't know how to explain it. You knew who BDawn was. And I really looked up to her. She sold programs and meal plans and all these things, right? Well, come 2019, 2020, I'd have to look it up. She was involved in a huge legal battle with a bunch of people who she fucking scammed out of millions of dollars because she never even gave them plans, never even gave them her workout, never even fulfilled the order. She was just collecting checks. So fucking crazy, right? So anyways, I came across, was it maybe her post or someone's? And every now and then I check up on her. It purely as a hater, like for sure. Like I will admit that, like as a hater, I do not respect the way that she treated these women. I do not respect the way that she handled the business situation in that manner, because to my knowledge, she never even paid back the, if you know, quote, victims, and she manipulated millions of people. Like she has a huge platform. So anyways, she went silent. And whenever I check up on her, I look back and she's like this woman of God. Like she completely rebranded to like this like modest queen. She loves Jesus, and like all of her new audience and those who stuck around, they don't know this background of her unless you probably were to like Google it, right? And it bothers me too, because like I feel like sometimes people, and I'll say how it is, sometimes people use religion as this big crutch of like, oh, I've learned, oh, I've changed, I'm this religious girl now. And the religious community online, they ride for you so hard. You know, like Christianity, it is like a cult, right? Like you're a band of people together for this common reason. That's kind of like a cult, okay? And that's fine. You all believe in a common thing, right? And so like you really band together, like you're like a band of brothers, you know? And so she like really, in my opinion, I'm so sorry, she used this ban of Christianity to alleviate her of her worry of how wrong she did all these women, repented, you know, felt bad, whatever, and is now this like born again Christian to kind of condone her past actions, you know? And so anyways, now she has this even almost, I would argue, bigger platform than she even did before. And sometimes I'll check up on her because like she, like her ex-husband or some ex-boyfriend, whatever it was, I'm butchering a lot of this. Please go look it up. Like it's a lore that you cannot believe. He like killed their dog on YouTube. And I remember that. And then she issued like an apology video, and I will never forget the tumbler of the washer and dryer in the background was on the whole time. Like I will never forget where I was when I watched that video, Brittany Dawn's apology, and fucking Tati versus James Charles. Do you guys remember that? Anyways, so he like shot their dog. People like hated her for it, which like rightfully so, was fucked up. And then she like got with this new guy, and I think maybe they're married or going to be, or they are, whatever. And like he was a cop. He's a cop in Texas, but if I remember correctly, he has like multiple domestic violence charges on him. And then they started fostering children, which like in the state of Texas, you should not be legally able to like foster children if you have DV on your record, right? Like, so it was like this big whole fucking thing. I mean, you can read about it. You can listen to it anywhere on TikTok. People still follow the lore. And so now, anyways, point being, I somehow came across her this weekend while I was in Miami. And I was conversing with a friend about her because we had both grown up, or, you know, kind of grown up, quote, in the fitness industry. Like, oh my God, do you remember the whole thing with Brittany Dawn? Like, it was literally on the fucking Today Show, guys. Like, it was crazy. And she is now like pregnant. Like, she's about to pop. She might have even had you know what? Let's go check. Let's fucking check right now, real time, if she had her baby. Because I remember the day we were talking about it, she hadn't posted in like over 48 hours. Let's fucking look if she... Hold on. Nope. Just kidding. She's still 40 weeks and she's about to give birth. Okay. So anyways, dude, guys, when I tell you, I would not even know that this is her. Like, it's insane. I just can't believe it. So anyways, her podcast name is Chiseled and Called. Isn't that crazy? Washed up fitness girl saved by his grace. That's her tagline. Anyways, if you guys have never kept up with her, that is she is my Roman Empire, because like, in a way, she like raised me in fitness. You know, she really was a big influence for me. And I knew when I like saw people like her and like Amanda Bucci, Marie Wold, all these people like back in the day, I knew, I was like, oh my gosh, like I could make money from this. You know, my passion could turn into my job here. And then when she like, it was almost like, you know, when they say like never meet your heroes, it was kind of the same vibe, like to see what was going on in the background of her, like fucking over all these women. It broke my heart, because I was like, I would never, like if I ever had the opportunity to have that kind of platform, you would never see me abuse it in that way. Right. So anyways, that was a way long-winded Brittany Dawn update, but like dead ass. If you guys have never dug into that, it is so crazy to me. And so then we started talking as like a group about just like religion and wanting to entertain it again, but wanting to be fearful. And one of the girls I was with just painted it so well. And I know we all say it back and forth, but it just hit me in a different way this past weekend about how your relationship with Christ, or whatever the, above idea is for you is exactly that. Like, it's for you. And so I really am teetering with the idea of going back to church and genuinely just taking what I need from it, and giving my kids the opportunity to explore it as well in a place where they just feel like confident and taken care of, and they can make those decisions and take from it, you know, what it is. So yeah, long-winded way to say I believe in God. No, I'm just kidding. But like, I'm not kidding. I'm just unsure. I'm still very unsure. Like, I want to make that very clear, but it was a crazy wraparound, and you guys, that's all I'm saying. You need to go look it up. Okay, thank you so much for being here for that. Let's get into a little bit of launches. So number one, we have new patoola coming. I can't give any big details yet. It's just I'm telling you, it's gonna drop like that, okay? It's un poco, a little. Just a un poco launcho. Just a little launch, okay? DESB for 10% off. We have the new Buff Bunny. This releases Saturday. It is called Unbreakable, which I understand what the message behind the campaign was, but I'm going to be honest, it really didn't align with like the colors for me. Like, this feels more like if anything, maybe the word like untouchable, right? But like, the promo really did not give off what I thought this collection was going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be like pop rocks and fun and fucking eating candy and licking lollipops. And it was like a broken bone. Like, it was crazy. But anyways, it opens up, it launches Saturday. So many good pieces, like, for real. We have like the flow short coming back, Revolution bras. We have reversible bras. We have a new reversible racerback bra. 10 out of 10. That if that's the only piece you buy from this launch, please go fucking do it. We have brand new Newbury tank tops. Love. Aggressive scrunch leggings. We have seamless leggings, like all the colors. I'm really excited. It's going to be super good. And we have brand new like duffel bags in this color Gusher, and it's like a purple. It's so cute. It's good, guys. It's good. Okay. And I did just re-sign my year contract with them. Shout out to Buff Bunny. This will be year 7. And so DESB for 10% off, baby girl. Love you so much. Love you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's get into what is sad. We have to talk about a Tula update. And I don't think last time we chatted, I could update you on this, / I didn't even know. This is so sad, okay? This is the name of the game in influencing in this way. Like, DBFT, be fit, right? It's going to be around indefinitely because I'm in charge of it, right? But when you are a part of other brands, like me being a part of something like Tula, you're not guaranteed to just influence for them forever, right? Companies get bought out, they get acquired, they take different direction, they change path. And that's what's happening with Tula. Tula is no longer doing consistent, like, long-term partnerships. They're more focused on like purely just influence and affiliate type stuff. And that sucks because my code will no longer be active as of the end of this month. Let's see right now. Okay, so you guys still have a few days to use the code if you want. My code DESB will still be 20% off until the end of the month. And like, they said that they'll keep my code active, but the thing is, like, I'm going to tell them probably to cancel it because like, I don't make anything. Like, unless you guys use the link that I provide to you. So like, say that you'd message me like, hey Des, I really want to re-up on my beauty sleep. Can you send me a link? I can send you that link, but my code, I don't get commission for anymore. So like, it used to be, if you typed in your browser right now, tula.com, you checked out and used code DESB, I make $2 or something if you spend 20, right? Now, if you type in DESB and just tula.com, I don't make anything. Only they do. So I do not want my code to continue to really be active. The only way it could continue to be active is if like you told me, hey Des, I want to re-up on beauty sleep. Can you send me a link? Sure. I send you the link and you use my code. You can get a discount and I still get kickback because you shopped through my link. Okay. It is kind of confusing. And again, I'm always here to keep it really real on like what the influencing gig kind of looks like on the back end. And it's exactly that, is that I now don't make commission, and I also transparently, I don't make a salary anymore. So Tula would pay me X amount of money per month just for like being a part of the team, always posting, growing the brand for, 7 years now. And, naturally giving deliverables. And now, I don't get any of that. Okay. So, and that's the name of the game. That's you pay to play. That's what it is. And that's fine. But I do want to give you guys an update for that, because if you could, and you want to continue to support me, if you ever have a need for a certain item or whatever, please let me know. I can send you a link. I can give you the code as well, like whatever it might be. But that is sadly my Tula update. So rest in peace, Tula. I will still be using Tula. Like, I'll still order here and there, but I really do love using my U Beauty products. I love Paula's Choice. There's a lot of other skincare that I do love as well, that I'm excited to keep sharing with you guys naturally. But it is a sad ending to a long-term partnership. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. I talk about BetterHelp a lot, seeing as that it's benefited me in the past 2 years. Some people think, maybe, things have to get really bad until you can go to therapy. You're like, I'm not depressed. Why do I need therapy? But really, therapy is a tool to where you're using it before things were to get worse and to avoid being at your lowest low. I don't know about you, but why the fuck would you want to get to your lowest low before you climb out to the top again, right? BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video and even live chat sessions with your therapist. You don't have to see anyone on your camera. You don't have to wear pants. You don't even have to put on pajamas. You could be naked wherever you're at and do a therapy session with your therapist. So for me personally, I like to put my AirPods in. I'll walk around my desk room. I'll go for a walk outside when it's nice out, whatever it may be. And that's what works for me. It is customizable, and it is more affordable than most in-person therapy. Give it a try. See why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp Online Therapy. And girls, don't forget to get on BetterHelp.com/DESB and put in that discount code. If you forget that, you do not get that 10% off your first month. And that is the deal with being a listener of Brunch with Desb. Cheers. Let's take a little sip. Cheers to Tula. Cheers to 7 years. Thank you for carrying me through. Thank you guys who had supported me through all of that time. It was such a special brand to be a part of, and also to see grow. When I joined Tula, it was no one. They were nobody. And as I continued to evolve with them, they got into a QVC, then they got into Ulta, now they're in Sephora. It's really cool to see and be a part of a little bit of that growth. So cheers to that. Now, on the other hand, I'm excited to share more products with you guys. And also, I did get a discount to Divi, which is awesome. I love Divi. I love Divi hair care so much. And I will be sharing that with you guys here in a little bit on my social. But it's just Desiree15, or Desb15, sorry. But I will link stuff because, again, you have to use my link to support me with the code. But it was really cool. They gifted me some stuff. And yeah, it's super cool. So hopefully some new opportunities will open too with just the beauty and wellness aspect, because I really am trying to get into more of continuing to share just my organic life, and not just fitness, which I think I already do a good job at, but not having imposter syndrome in it. Sometimes I'll share stuff and I'll be like, oh my God, no one gives a fuck. But I think it's important to remember, even if someone doesn't give a fuck, there's always someone that does give a fuck, and I'm hanging on to that. I'm hanging on to those people, that one person who does give a fuck. Okay, I love you so much. All right, so I want to talk about our spring cleaning episode. It's my favorite. It's my favorite episode of the year. But before then, I just wanted to give a little review here. There are 3 things I want to talk about. Number 1 is the brand new Twister documentary on Netflix. It's about this big twister in Joplin, Missouri, back in 2011. I think it was 2012. 2012. Shit, I don't remember. But anyways, if you guys haven't watched it yet, I'm not going to ruin it for you. I just want to put it on your watch list. It's on, like I said, it's on Netflix. It just dropped. It's called Twister or something. And it's about the twister in Joplin, Missouri. Highly recommend. It was really good. Next, there was this movie that came out a few months ago with Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh, however you say her name. And I think it was called All the Time We Have, something like that. So I put it on the airplane, right? Because I'm like, I'm just going to sit here and watch a movie, kind of nice. the way that I was immediately like triggered, like, dude, there are some movies I cannot even watch anymore. Like, I don't know if it's just me or if it's like you guys too. Like, health anxiety is like so real for me as I get older. And I don't know if it's a part of growing up and understanding that like life really does just happen. And if it's just like also the amount of like information we get all day about all these people passing away and getting diagnosed with this and doing this and surgery on this, we see so much of it that it becomes almost more overwhelming than it would be if we just like only saw what's in our normal like life, if that makes sense. But I feel like I see the worst stuff like all day, every day, like on TikTok or whatever, without me wanting it. You know, like I don't want to see shit like that, but it comes up on my feed or whatever. And so I started watching that movie and it was terrible. It was terrible. I had to turn it off. I had to fucking turn it off. I literally watched it for maybe 10 minutes. I was like, I can't do this. Like this is not a movie I can watch. And so if you guys have watched that, number one, I'd be curious, is it a good movie? And number two, if you haven't and you have health anxiety and you have kids and you have a husband, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Like literally, I couldn't even handle it. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about before the Severance were actually two books that I read as well. Hemlock. This is from, was it Kristen Magdalene or Frida McFadden? Just look up the book Hemlock. The Crash by Frida McFadden. It was a really good short read. And then the one I just finished, I added one called The Reunion by Kristen Magdalene. Really love. Frida McFadden and Kristen Magdalene, I hope I'm saying that right. They really are like those bitches for me right now. Like they're writing these or have written these really quick, easy reads that still suck you in and make you feel good. Same with the author. I think her name's Alice Feeney or something. Very good writer as well. We've also seen sneak peeks of Verity being filmed as well as The Housemaid. I'm so fucking ready for these books to become movies. Like I cannot express. I think we're also really close to getting the 9 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo actually on a roll to be produced as well, I hope. So after Colleen Hoover got fucked with It Ends With Us, I really hope that that Verity is just a redemption arc for her. Like she deserves it, honestly. Like this poor girl, Colleen Hoover, writing her fucking ass off for years and then has someone like Blake Lively and collectively Justin Baldoni just fuck up this whole movie. And whether like whatever team you're on, guess what? They're both a part of it. They both fucked up the movie. Like literally fucking terrible. I feel so bad for Colleen. Last thing I will leave you on is a little bit of a Severance finale recap. So if you have not watched Severance, please, fast forward. I'll give you a second. And if you have, like, we're going to chat about the finale here for a second. The thing about the finale is like this could be a 30-minute segment in and of itself. I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it brief. There are 2 things I want to talk about. Number one, this last finale episode was literally like the battle of the outies versus the innies. And it was so fascinating because when you understand the reasoning of severancing, right? The outie is technically thing 1. Okay. The innie only became the innie because of the outie. Right. And so when we saw Mark in the season finale arguing with himself and trying to manipulate himself, it was the craziest, weirdest thing we have ever seen in our fucking life. So he was able to like, hey, I know you don't know me, but like, I want the best for you. And then he would walk through the door in the birthing cabin, be the other guy, be Mark Innie. Hey, yeah, but like, I don't trust you. Meanwhile, like he's literally talking to himself. It is the craziest, coolest concept. And it was so fucking well done. It just chef's kiss all around for the season finale. So here they are arguing with themselves. So then we think, oh my God, is any Mark actually going to fucking even get Gemma? Because he doesn't give a fuck. Okay. Then he finishes Cold Harbor. We figure out what Cold Harbor is, which honestly, I really wasn't expecting at all, but I'm glad they didn't make it anything like too graphic. But also I would argue we didn't see like the end of Cold Harbor. Like we didn't see her finish it because Mark came and rescued her. So TBD, regardless, Mark gets her out. He's like, come with me. Mind you, he's his like outie right now, saving her. She comes through the door. She clocks in. They hug. They embrace in this hall. And it was the most, magical piece of television I've ever fucking watched. I was almost sobbing. I was so happy for them. He got to see her. He got to touch her. She got to touch him. Like they're real people. They're real outies. combining, right? So then they run together. She knew exactly what to do. You could tell they're such a fucking team, right? They're so in love. They get to the elevator. They start making out in the elevator, you know, real quick before they have to keep running. Elevator dings up. They both, boom, become their innies, which is Miss Casey and then Mark, Innie Mark. Mark Innie knows his role is to get her out. So at this time, he is obliging by that. They run to the stairwell, which is where they're both supposed to escape. He lets out Miss Casey. Like he says, you need to go. She goes through the door, obviously, you know, becomes her. She's looking through the door. Literally, it's a fucking horror film right here, guys. The way that she's pounding on the door. Like, I could literally almost tear up talking about this part because it was so well done. The lights are strobing. The red emergency lights are going off. And she's just begging for him. Mark, come on. We need to go home. We need to go home. Mark, come on. Like, Mark, open the door. We need to go. Let's go home. Like, and he is holding the door. And then, you know, of course, fucking Helena bitch ass Helly. Love Helly, hate Helena. Shows up. Mark. Like at the end of the hall. Like fucking Mark. No, like literally she slides in. Mark. I wanted to fucking stab her with a pencil. Like at that moment in time. Like, Helly, I love you. Not the fucking time. Because even when they were sitting down finishing Cold Harbor, Helly told Mark, Innie Mark, right? But I'm still her. At the end of the day, when we leave these four walls, that's it. These four walls are the only place I'm severed. I am Helena Egan, and I don't fucking care about you. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a happy ending for you two on the outside. And she reminded him of that, and then shows up in the fucking hall. Piss me off, okay? So then oh my God, he starts backing away. He starts backing away from the door. And Gemma is just pounding on the door, crying. And he turns his back on her and walks towards Helly. They grab each other's hands and they run down the hallway. And don't get me wrong, it was such a poetic way to end the season. But my heart was severed. My heart was severed. Like, I'm sorry, Helly and Mark Innie, they don't exist to me. Like, I don't care for their love story because it's not real. They're not real. They're the innies. Who the fuck, the whole point, who the fuck cares about the innies? No one cares. Like, you're doing severancing for the need of the main person, right? The initial severance is for that human, Mark. If they're all about protecting pain, who are we protecting? We're protecting thing one, not severance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, whatever. At the end of the day, it's always about Gemma. At the end of the day, it's always about Mark. At the end of the day, the severance is all about Helena, right? That's the main person. And so for the Innie Mark to almost rebel against the Outie Mark, it just broke my heart because it was like, dude, all you had to do was walk through the door and you would understand like why you were doing what you were doing. And I mean, of course, the season couldn't end like that. But now we're, you know, on a cliffhanger. What's going to happen to Dylan G? Where's Bert and where's Irving? What's going to happen to Helena? What's going to happen to Mark now? Because now they're stuck in the severed floor. They're not going to let him out. Where does Gemma go? And I hope, what's her name? Was it like Ragabi or whatever? The girl that was starting to do reintegration on Mark. I hope she finds Gemma. Like, I hope Gemma gets away. I hope maybe Cobell and Devin pick up Gemma at Lumen, knowing that she got out. Like, there's got to be a reason for Gemma to be out because it's almost now a flip of the switch, in my opinion, that it's going to be Gemma saving Mark. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. If you've watched Severance, obviously if you're listening, you've probably watched, but like, guys, it was so good. And if you haven't watched Severance, like for real, like it's probably one of the best pieces of TV I've watched in forever. Like, it's just fucking fantastic. Between that and I would argue Dark Matter, if you've never watched Dark Matter on Apple TV, phenomenal, cool, like futuristic concepts that like I'm just obsessed with. So yeah, that is my Severance recap, and I could talk about it for like 900 more years. Like, I love I love this show so much. Like Wyatt and I geek out about it. It's phenomenal. Like it's literally the best. Anyways, I can't believe that we're going on 5 years of the podcast, guys. This is crazy. The spring cleaning episode's like always one of my favorites. And it's not one that has to be super long because it's all about really getting to the point. And my favorite thing about spring cleaning and what I always encourage you guys to do is really like take a step back and question your alignments, especially after going through winter, maybe going through like having a new kid, or maybe even like a different change in your life, a job position, getting married, getting engaged, like any evolution. Maybe you had a really big breakup or a divorce, like whatever that event happened, call it the past 6 months. I feel like spring is always a time to renew, purge old clothes, purge things that don't fit you, purge people that don't serve you, purge jobs that don't serve you. Reach for new goals, set new tones for the rest of the year. Like we are really coming up to, we're 1/4 of the way done with the year. And as much as that's 1/4, we still have 3/4 to make still the best yet. You always see these calendars, like they're like spread out and it says like, you are here, and it shows you how much of the year you have left. Like, remember that. Like, just because maybe the first couple months of the year, maybe it didn't start out how you thought. Maybe you're like, this year's testing me more than I thought. Let it test you. You know what I mean? Like, let it test you. Like Mel Rob, let them test you. And I think too, like when we go into spring cleaning, we think about people that serve us or whatever. Like, it can be hard to reevaluate specifically relationships, whether it's a friend relationship or an intimate relationship, whether it's platonic or, sexual. What serves us? And also, like, what do we deserve? I think we need to be better too at expecting more for ourselves. You do deserve more. I deserve more. We all deserve more, but it's our job to reach for that and to demand that, even out into like the universe, just, I deserve more and I deserve to be more. I deserve to get more. We need to learn to say that about ourselves. The mind is so powerful of attracting what we put out there. And if we deserve a better friendship, we deserve a better relationship, we deserve a better X, Y, and Z, then say that. Like, own it and say it out loud. And I always say this too, like even about myself, like if you are someone who's intaked my content for years and years and you're seeing me now, like where I'm at, and you're like, man, I just really can't relate with Des anymore. Like, I'm not a mom and I don't like what she says at all. Or I'm a mom, but maybe I have different parenting styles than you and it bothers you. Like, that's fine. Clean. Then get on your fucking hands and knees and clean up the floor. Okay. It's not my problem. It's no one's problem but yours. If there is something around you that is not serving you, don't complain that there's a mess on the floor. Get down and fucking clean it up yourself. Okay. It's your mess. No one else's. So if you don't like something in your life, if you don't like someone you're following, if you don't, oh man, this person really pisses me off or this really triggers me or bothers me, stop keeping up with them. Unless it's BDawn. Okay. Unless you can decompartmentalize, get rid of it. All right. And that's how I feel. Like, I really, other than TikTok, maybe putting some shit on my For You page sometimes, I don't intake a ton of bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I know what I like to see. I know what makes me giggle. I know what makes me go hee hee hoo hoo. And I stick with that. All right. I have had my fair share of friendship breakups over the years, throughout my whole 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always evolutions of friendships and relationships and in family relationships. I have had my fair share of those as well. And you know what? You always come out better on the other side. You always do. And it doesn't mean that during the experience of your relationship, again, this can relate to platonic or sexual relationships. It doesn't mean that that person was a waste of time or, they were terrible the whole time we were together. They were a piece of shit the whole time. In some cases, sure, of course. But in some cases, we have people serve us in different seasons for a reason. And by serving us, I don't mean on hand and foot as a servant. I'm talking about teaching us certain lessons, encouraging us to get out of our comfort zone or supporting us in a way that other people couldn't at that time. And if that time passes and that purpose for that person in your life, in your purpose in that person's life too, if that passes, let it pass. It doesn't always have to be so caught up in like emotions that you harvest for forever. Like if you can't also mature and let it go, again, that's your fucking problem. So if you're stuck right now and you're like, but I can't clean it up. It's like, it's haunting me. It's haunting me. No, you're haunting yourself. Okay. I 100%, I understand. Oh, but it was traumatic, or, oh, but it sticks with me. 100%. But guess what? That's why we have therapy. Okay. And that's why you work through it. Because if you allow that to become a part of your identity, oh, well, my whole life changed because of that. Okay, then how are you going to heal from it if you keep bringing it up, if you keep referencing it? So it's obviously still bothering you. Okay. Grow up. Okay. All of us here, we're mature women. We're mature adults. Grow the fuck up. Step into this next season of your life and clean it up. Hands and knees on the ground. Put on your fucking volleyball knee pads. Okay, I don't care how you clean. Maybe you have bad knees. Get down and start cleaning up the mess because you deserve to have better the rest of 2025. Okay? Go through your following list this week. Who are you following? Why? Like if you can't genuinely look in your following list, or at least the people who appear on your page the most, you see the most online, if you can't look at that person and be like, why am I following them? If it's just inspiration, who cares? Like that's fine, right? If it's just someone who you support and it's like a family member, you love them. Okay, cool. If it's someone though that you're comparing yourself to consistently, and I'm talking also like in a negative way, it's one thing to compare yourself and go, oh, I want to be like this person. Again, kind of inspiration, right? I'm comparing myself to them, but I'm inspired. They make me want to be a better me in my current situation, although we're always going to look different. Okay, that's fine too. But if you're comparing them to yourself in a very negative light every single time you see their post, you need to get the fuck off their post. I don't care if it's personal or not. All right. If you have a friend who you fucking love in real life, but you cannot stand their online persona, mute them. Guess what? They don't even have to fucking know. They don't even have to know. They don't even have to know. You just don't see their post. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, I posted that last week. You didn't see it. That's when you're like, oh no. Tell me. I'm not really on my phone that much anymore. Or like, oh no, I haven't seen your page in a while. I'm so sorry. Like, who cares? And to not like, how do I say this? If you can't see your friends succeed, then like, you're not a girl's girl. Okay. We're all human. You can see people succeed and be so proud for them while on the inside being a little jealous. Like it's human. If you let that affect your real relationship, your real friendship, then that's the problem. Okay. But if you are encouraging your friend, oh my God, I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you. But on the inside, you have that like little tinge of jealousy. That's okay. That doesn't mean you're like wishing them the fucking worst. Okay. But like, if you have to mute that friend because they're like doing something that, you wish you could, although you love them so much, then just mute it. Like, just because you don't want to see it doesn't mean you're not happy for them. It's just, what maybe is going to bother you at that point in your life because maybe you're going through something else on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, I'm so tired of people like, oh my God, if you can't clap for your friends, like, of course you can clap for them and still be like internally, like a little jealous or something. Like, it is what it is, like I look at a lot of people online and I'm like, man, that is so cool. They have that opportunity and I'm pumped for them, but man, I wish I could too. Okay. Like that doesn't make me not a girl's girl or like not supporting them. And also I've told you guys this before. I'm not a girl's girl. I'm not, because I'm a person. Okay. If you're a girl and you're a bitch and you're a piece of shit, I don't like you. So I'm not a girl's girl. Like, not all women should support all women. There are some piece of shit, bitch ass cunt women out there. That's fine. Like, it doesn't mean, like, we're people. Just like the way I could hate a man, I could hate a woman. Doesn't make me not a girl's girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that terminology just because it's like, there are still things that's like not nice girls. And I don't have to support them. Like, support all women. Like, but what if I don't align with her? Maybe I just don't like her, or like we just don't see eye to eye. It also doesn't mean I don't like her. Exactly the word. I don't align with her. Okay, I'm not a girl's girl. I'm a bitch now. Like, no, save it. Okay, save it. I don't need to hear it from you. So if you are looking to spring clean, I mean, this includes clothes. We haven't even got to that topic yet. I know you have a box of clothes sitting in your closet right now that you go, oh, I'm gonna fit into those again one day. And they've been sitting there for, I'm sorry, how many years now? Oh, 3. Oh, the last 2 years. Oh, since you had your first kid 5 years ago, they're still sitting there, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. The styles from 2015, the styles from 2020. Oh, the clothes you said you would fit into pre-COVID that you bought, you said you were going to fit into those again. Yeah, they're still sitting there. Right. I need you to go through that box. You know what? Even better. I don't even need you to fucking open that box. That box has not served you for 2 to 3 years, 5 years or more. Give that fucking box away right now. I don't even want you to look into it. Unless there's like a, your grandma's shirts in there. You have a special shirt that you like, brought your kid home in, something, whatever. Open it for that reason. But you don't need to try that on again. Okay. If it's not going to fit and you know it, don't even go there. If you have a box of things or you're looking at your closet right now and there's some pieces in there that you're like, man, I wish I could fit into that again. Try it on and be in the mental space to understand that if your body does not fit in those clothes the way they did a couple years ago, whenever it is, it's okay. It's okay. We are meant to age. Our hips get bigger. The body fat goes up a little bit. Our metabolism maybe slows down. Maybe we don't have the time in our day to work out and move our body the way that we could a year ago because we're in the thick of it. That's okay. Allow that to happen. And you know what girl math is? Girl math is getting rid of clothes that don't fit you. And then you get to go buy more. That's the beauty behind girl math. Okay. So go get rid of the clothes, donate them, give them to a friend, give them to someone that maybe they do fit in them. And you want to see them worn again. You're like, this was such a cute shirt and it just doesn't serve me anymore. Don't say it doesn't fit me anymore. Say it doesn't serve me anymore. I like reframing it in that way because that piece of clothing did serve you at one point. It was maybe your favorite dress to go out in or whatever, and you have some memories in it. It served you. And now someone else can serve it and fucking serve and eat. Okay. My point is like, use spring cleaning, not just as a form of like purging out your house and getting things ready to open up the fucking windows and have the wind come in and fucking push your hair back and feel hot. Let this be a time where you're genuinely purging energy that you do not need to carry into the summer, nonetheless, the rest of the year. You have way too much stuff ahead of you to worry about what is to come and what is behind you. Worry about where you're at in the now. Focus on what you can clean today and then do a little bit of cleaning tomorrow. And do a little bit of cleaning next week, okay? My biggest thing that I always challenge with you guys on, when we do this episode once a year, I want you to go through your clothes, your Instagram. I want you to evaluate your friendships. I want you to evaluate the people that you let have a part of your energy. And I want you to message me by next Sunday, by next episode, and I want to hear how you purged this week. Did you go through your Instagram list? Did you get rid of some clothes? Did you break up with a boyfriend? Did you finally tell that friend how you felt? Like, what did you purge and how did you clean? And I want to hold you accountable to checking in with me and telling me. Okay. If you guys haven't yet signed up for Power Hour, this is the last day to sign up for $38, or you can join my membership for just $15 for your first month. Power Hour is already kicking my ass. I'm getting in week 2 now. Okay. I just finished up week 1 and I'm loving it. It's such a fun 3-week program. Every workout is different, for the purpose of like enjoying the 3 weeks of just moving your body in a different way than you have, getting you ready for a vacation or event or wedding shower, baby shower, bridal shower, whatever the fuck's going on, bachelorette party, and just kind of like feeling hot, feeling good and working towards something that you maybe haven't in a while. So go pick it up, join my membership. So much more to come this year. I'm so excited to have you guys along for the ride. Thanks for bearing with me today and last week, long episode, and also, no episode last week. Sorry about that. But send all good vibes for me and my family this week. We have some stuff going on and would love just some positive energy. And then obviously we'll have an episode this week. We'll have an episode next week, the 30th. I will do a little birthday episode. That'll come out on my birthday on April 6th. I will be in Bahamas at that period of time, but I will have an episode up for you guys that week. And then the 13th, depending on that, I might take off the 13th because I would technically have to like record in Bahamas or pre-record. If I had the chance to pre-record, cool. If not, we'll be able to recap all my Bahamas week that next week, which would be the 20th. And that's already halfway through April. What the fuck, guys? Hope you have a beautiful day. I love you all. Mwah, kisses. XOXO. Talk to you next week.